Hey everybody, welcome back to Boom or Bust. I'm George Tift, I'm your host, and I'm absolutely excited that you're here. I want to tell you a story. I grew up hating Christmas. I hated it with a passion, big time. And it wasn't just the hypocrisy of it, because people would just say one thing and do another. I grew up in a really dysfunctional home. We had 7 kids. My dad was a blue collar worker and he had anger issues from World War II that he never got resolved. So Christmas was supposed to be a time of love, joy, peace, and understanding and all that stuff. And, it was really kind of harsh at times. But I had an instance back in 1992 that changed all of it for me. I'd been a cabinet maker in South Florida. I was a great cabinet maker. I was a terrible, terrible businessman. And I ended up getting in trouble with the IRS and going bankrupt. And I mean, he ain't my uncle anymore. I just got to tell you that much. But funny thing happened though in 1992. In the summer of 1992, I bumped into Jesus, right? And I'm not going to get religious on you. I'm not going to preach to you or anything like that. I just want you to know I had an experience that he touched me. And as I said, up until that point, I hated Christmas. And being bankrupt and broke and all that stuff, it was maybe a week before Christmas, and I found myself with a couple $100 in my pocket. And my plan was, while my wife was at work, I was going to slip out and buy her something special for Christmas, She deserved it. She worked so hard and everything. And so I headed out to these outlet stores off the island that we lived on. And as I'm driving there, I hear this voice tell me, it says, go to Kmart. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They ain't going to have what I'm looking for, And I just kept going. And I go into the first store and I look around, can't find what I'm looking for. Go to Kmart. I'm like, Kmart's not going to have what I'm looking for. Go into a couple more stores, same thing, over and over and over. And the voice said, go to Kmart. And I was like, fine, I'll go to Kmart, but they are not going to have what I'm looking for. Well, I get to Kmart, walk in, go to a certain section, find exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm like, well, I guess I should have listened to the voice, And I'm looking at the item and I'm getting ready to go up to the cash register, and the voice comes back and it says, give them everything you got. And I'm like, who are you talking about, And I look to my side and here is a migrant family, a mother, father, and 3 little kids. The mother's holding the baby and there's 2 more. They look like ducks in a row, And where I was at was right on the edge of the toy department, And I don't know what the father's understanding of English was or whatever, but he'd walk over and pick up a gift and look at it and show it to the wife, and she'd just shake her head like this. And this went on a couple times, And I'm like, well, hey, that's their business, not mine. And I go up front and I get in the line. And as I'm standing there, the voice goes, give them everything you got. And I'm like, that ain't God. I know that ain't God. God would never tell me to do that, right? And each time somebody would step forward in the line, the voice would come back. Give them everything you got. Finally, I just like, fine, And I went and I put my wife's gift back on the shelf and I stood off the edge from where they couldn't really see me. And that same routine would play out over and over and over. The husband would pick up a gift, show it to the wife. She'd look at the price and shake her head. And so I got this money and it's in my hand. It's balled up, baby. I'm holding this thing like I'm riding in a boat in a hurricane. Okay. And finally I go over and I ask if the woman, I said, are these your children, And the husband understood that I was asking about the kids and he just got this look like proud papa, And I pulled my hand out of my pocket and I put the money in her hand and I clenched her hand around it and I went, Jesus told me to give you this. And then I turned and I ran out the store like I was taking a TV with me, okay? And when I hit the door, I'm surprised security didn't follow me. And I got all the way to my truck, and I got in my truck and I sat in the seat and I began to cry like a little baby, okay? I cried for probably 45 minutes. And it was at that moment in time that Christmas became real to me. Because, see, I was raised in the kind of house that if somebody gives you a gift, you have to give them something back. But see, that's not what Christmas is about. Christmas is about love, joy, and blessing someone else with no thought of getting anything else in return. And that affected me so profoundly that now, every year at Christmas, a couple weeks before Christmas, usually the Saturday right before Christmas, I'll go to a Walmart or a Kmart. I think Kmart just closed for good. So I'll go to a place like that Saturday night, because that's usually when the parents go out shopping. And I'll look around and I'll find the person, and that plays out over and over. And I get more joy from that than anything else in the holiday season. So if you're like me and you struggle with Christmas, I would make that a call to action. Make it a point to bless somebody you don't know, and you'll be absolutely surprised how it will change your heart. And if you really want to bless me today, you could like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, baby. Like Salvation Army bell would be cool, So, hey, until next time, Boomer out. Peace to you.